They are aggressive right off the bat. And that's the little one with a kink tail. Look at that. He, she. Alright, happy Sunday everybody. Today is baby iguana enclosure cleaning day. I'm going to change out the substrate. Mixed up a batch of Eco Earth. A little time lapse for you guys. How exciting is that? But I'm going to take all the babies out, I'm going to put them in here, I'm going to kind of inventory them, see how many have kinked tails, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. Clean the glass, change the substrate, and probably do a time lapse of me collecting all of them. Hopefully there are no issues, hopefully nobody gets away from me and I have to chase them around this very cluttered reptile room. So anyways, without further ado, let me set this bad boy up for a time lapse and we will get to it. Alright, 29 babies. 17 of them have perfect tails, and the other 12 have from barely perceptible tiny little kink, like see this guy right here, barely perceptible, to some pretty aberrant. Let's see, well, let's find a little guy who's missing a fair chunk of his or her tail. Oh, come here, you. Oh, they're so fast. Alright. See, this little guy, it still seems to be missing the entire tip, and it's kind of curled there. I've reached out to some folks who are probably a little bit more knowledgeable than I am about why this may be. Probably either temperature or humidity, either too high or too low when the eggs are incubating. But I mean, as you can see, the ones with the little tail imperfections, let me zoom this in. Well, hang on one second, I'm going to stop this and zoom in. Alright, that's better. So what I was saying is, otherwise very healthy, fast, everybody's eating, everybody's doing well. Just a few of them have some tail kinks. Let me see if I can find another example. Oh, here's a good guy. A little example of a bend in the tail. I hope you guys can see that. There you go. So that's an example. Unique iguanas, otherwise super healthy. Everybody is doing great. So just to recap, possibly something during incubation is what causes it. Obviously it could be genetics, I don't know. As you guys know, I have my girl Lucky, who was in the first batch of eggs I ever had. I thought She was dead in the egg. My wife said wait. She survived, and she came out missing almost half of the end of her tail, but she is doing awesome. I mean, she eats better than Bosque and Tiamat combined. I'm gonna try to get some outdoor time with her this summer to try to tame her down a little bit more. She's very food aggressive, but they make great pets, even with the little tail kink issues some of them may have. So let me quit running my mouth. Let me get to cleaning this bad boy out, and we will get all these little ones back in, and then we will do a cricket feeding frenzy. Stay tuned. All right, nice clean enclosure, fresh bedding, glass is clean, all the decorations are cleaned off. So now I will get these little buggers back in there. Definitely had to put the lid back on. If I put the decorations in without the lid, they can easily pop out, so I didn't want anybody hopping out on me. So let's do a little time lapse of me gathering them back up and getting them in the enclosure. And I might stop periodically to take some photos of the ones that have the slight tail tip issues, just so I have a picture of them if anybody wants to see what I'm talking about as people start getting them from me and I get them to good homes. Okay, let's knock it out. Alright, got them all back in. Looking good. So I am sure they're significantly stressed enough after that ordeal. But these guys are voracious predators, and let's go ahead and throw some crickets in there, which of course I supplemented with some Repashy Calcium Plus, which is a calcium and vitamin D3 supplement since they are indoors. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. You know what? This thing's got a tripod. Let's set the tripod up. Okay. And I will put fresh water in there after the crickets are all gone. Otherwise, they all end up, or a lot of them end up drowning. It's nasty. A little bit of calcium powder inside the enclosure, never hurt anybody. Want to get all the crickets out. Straggler, couple stragglers. All right. That was the rest of my little crickets, medium-sized crickets. So I'm going to go ahead and put some Repashy grub pie in here for them too. I want to make sure everybody gets plenty to eat. Got him a cricket. Oh. There we go. Once one of them starts eating, it's like sharks. They all seem to sense there's food available. Or not. A lot of my subscribers, a lot of you guys came over from the Camp Kennan Army channel, and I have already submitted my March video, which is just me talking about feeding these guys salads. They had some dandelion greens, some banana, some blueberry. So I just sent that in yesterday. It'd probably be 3, 4, 5 days before they before Tom gets it uploaded to the Camp Cannon Army channel. But by all means, run over there and check that out. Some more of these awesome iguanas. Look, some guys are fighting. They are aggressive right off the bat. And that's the little one with a kinked tail. Look at that. He, she. So, topic of discussion. This is a very crowded enclosure. There's 29 baby iguanas in here. Have to keep it clean. Now, the benefit to that is the aggression is spread out. If it was only 2, 3, 4 of them in there, a dominant animal could really put a hurting on submissive animals. But this way, these guys can spread out the aggression if they choose to. That one's going back into it. So, you know, the pros and cons of breeding prolific animals that have huge clutches. I am hoping that I'm able to start shipping soon so I can get these guys to good homes and prevent any of this sort of fighting as they get bigger. But this is kind of what we got to deal with. Nobody is getting seriously injured. They just staking out some territory, trying to show some dominance, and that's how they do it. Obviously in the wild, these guys would disperse all through the valley and the beaches where they would be hatching from in Honduras, but they are kind of limited. So so hit me up if you want one when I can ship. All right, I rambled on quite a bit today. Bunch of new subscribers come along. Thank you guys all. Thanks for people willing to subscribe to the channel. I know I'm not the most exciting guy in the world, but I enjoy doing this. I enjoy my hobby. I enjoy sharing it with you guys, and that's all I'm doing. So questions, comments, concerns, hit that subscribe button, hit that like bell, and share the videos. Try to get me some views. That would be awesome. Till next time, take care.